on it. It's falling off. Stop.
Okay, so there we go. We got our first delivery of stone. So this is the fusion stone. I think portage color. And so we got this skid. These are all what they call the flats, or the field. There's another small batch of flats, and then some corners, boxes of corners. Another box of flats. This is the starter strip. So you this is what you shoot with the laser, make sure it's all nice and level, and then the first strip of stone sits in there. Another so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 skids of stone and corners, etc. And then I got this other this is for the this will go in behind the cedar shakes. So this is a like a rain screen, so it allows air behind the cedar shakes, so that there's proper air gap, so that the cedar shakes will dry out if they ever get wet. So I guess they just happen to have that in stock as well, so they shipped it with the stone. So yeah, so now lots more work ahead of us. Now it's time to start putting the stone up. So we worked on the aluminum flashing on the bottom. So we got a bunch of that wrapped around. The zip tape up top to seal it. And so yeah, we can start laying stone here once we do the final layout, figure out exactly where things should sit. And it's really more of an issue down because of these steps. Let me go down here. Because of the step footing we've got here, it would be easy if it was all the same level, then you would just shoot one line and away you go. But because we need to step down here several times, so we got 2 steps here and then one around the front here, to step down to the final grade here. And then this is the lower grade that goes all around the front of the house. And so I would just want to ensure that if we start up at the top, that by the time we step down here, that we don't have a bit of a sliver of stone to make up the height difference, because ultimately you want the horizontal lines to all match. So we'll get the laser out, and we'll do some calculations, figure that out, and go from there. But excited to have the stone delivered, but now it just means a lot more work for us. So all right, we'll check in with you in a bit. Okay, we're just getting started here. We've used the rotary laser level with the receiver, and we shot a line here, marked it around the building. In a few spots we've snapped the chalk line, and this number from the bottom of where we're starting is greater than our total amount, and this will allow us for every course to measure up off of this line and just ensure that we are staying true and level and straight based on our reference line. So we're calling this our reference line, and then we're just marking off of it in terms of each course. And so what I've done is I've cut a piece of wood that is the exact amount from inside our channel or our starter strip up to the line. So this way we don't pull out a tape measure, and we're just using this piece of wood to then go along at each point, and then that way we can ensure that we're staying straight and true to our reference line. And so Catherine's just pulled out, she's starting to lay out the starter strips, and so we'll do this all around the building here, and yeah, go from there. Okay, Kath, just come here and
Yep, I'm coming.
okay. Make sure that you're...
Here, you put it in there and I will hold it here.
No, I'm just saying make sure you're straight up and down. Right. Okay, you're good there?
Yep.
Yeah. Let's
Yep.
keep going. You go around, jump around. You hold that one. I'll hold it roughly right here, even with... I don't know if that's going to be an issue. Okay, good there.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we don't want it too close to the... Yeah, I'm pulling it down because it's not... Right? Good. I think it's just going to follow that same hole. These screws are going to interfere with the stone? I don't think so. They're smaller than the ones that they would have provided. Right there?
Is it on regular?
Yes. Do you want to put it on?
I don't know, that's fine. I'm just. Okay, so with this 8, 2 at the top or 1 at the top?
2 at the top, but given that you're around a corner, I don't know, you could do 1.
Like, I don't know where to put. Do you do 1 there and 1 here to start it?
Yeah, or here's your 20. Do you want to put 2 together?
Yeah, like it. I think it makes sense. To... Yep. So.
I'm just looking at it.
Okay, is that in the groove or not?
Yes, it's in the groove. And a 20 has 2 clips on it. An 8 has, an 8 has 1 clip on top. A 20 has 2 clips on top. A 20. Have them in here.
Okay, that's better. Knee pads.
Let me get a few more out for you. We have 2 20s beside each other. 8, 20.
Put them spanning across too.
Correct.
Why do you say that? Correct.
Correct. I don't know. I just something you taught me years ago.
What?
Correct.
What is correct?
Whatever someone else is saying. Correct.
Correct.
Correct. You are correct.
It's funny. Okay. So now, what do you want here? This corner one? This way?
Yes, the 4 then has to go that way.
So then we gotta put a rivet clip. Clip halfway under. next one here?
20.
Huh?
20.
20?
Yeah.
Now when you stand back and look at it, I think it looks awesome. None of the vertical joints line up. There's always an offset. Everything all looks nice and straight. When you look down the row, nice lines. It looks all nice and straight. Our control line is working great. We measure off each row. And yeah, things are working great. And that's 5 rows done. So we have 2 more, right? Is it 7?
7, yeah.
Yeah, 7 times 5. Yeah, they're 5-inch each. So we were trying to go with a 3-foot, I guess, what do you call it? Wainscot or whatever you want to call it. 3-foot height. So 7 times 5 is 35. And then we have the cap. So that'll put us at about 37, 38 inches. So yeah, I think it looks awesome. And it's going together fairly well in terms
Don't
of...
put it out there.
No, I'm saying it's going together fairly well in terms of the clips and the screws, and you know, as long as you start nice and level, everything's going to work off of that. That's all. Now it's just figuring out the pattern in different sections, but yeah, like I think it is working great. And the tile saw that we used to cut, that worked great. So now we got to start weaving the inside corners. So we started this side wall, and yeah, we'll weave the inside corners, and yeah, it's looking great. Just caulking the corner there just for the cut. And yeah, that just slides in nicely. Okay, the next morning, and I've started to bend some aluminum here to cap this off at the concrete base here. So the concrete porch, we poured the concrete so it slopes away, but I didn't want to see that gap. So it'll be tight to the bottom over there, and then there's probably a ½ inch or so of a gap here, and I didn't want to see that gap, so I bent some aluminum, just a little trim piece just to hide that. And then when I put the stone starter strip on here, it'll just finish that off nicely. So you know, just make it look clean and finished. I didn't want to see the edge of the concrete or anything like that, so this just kind of finishes that off. So I just have to tape it up to put some more zip tape. Now that we've got more zip tape, I can tape it up to the sheathing, and then that'll be completely watertight. Throw a bead of caulking in over here before I put the starter strip, and then we can work this corner of the stone as it leads into the side here. So that's why we haven't been able to finish this side here. So once I get this corner ready to go, then we can weave it in and finish up the top here and get working on the next row. So we've got 6 rows here, so there's one more row, and then the cap, the stone cap, and Catherine's just over there staining it. We didn't like the color, so she's over there putting a darker stain on it. So yeah, we'll get going here with the next row, and yeah, it's looking good. I'm loving this look here with the stone, and it's fairly simple to install. I think the hardest part is figuring out the pattern. You know, you want to there's 3 different sizes, so they have the 8-inch, 12-inch, and then 20-inch for the straight sections. And then there's a few different sizes, or sorry, 2 different sizes of the corners, what they call a 12-inch and then an 8-inch. But both the 12-inch and the 8-inch, they only have like a 4-inch on the opposite side of the corner. And so you want to stagger those joints. So here you can say we use the 8-inch this way. Well, then we did a 12-inch the opposite way, but then the 4-inch sticks out here. So you have to basically keep alternating it. And I think the hardest part was really just to figure out the spacing and the pattern without it being a pattern. So you can see that, you know, maybe up close you see where the lines are, and we've always offset them at least 3-4 inches. And but yeah, when you stand back, it just all blends in nicely. So it's looking good. Okay, there we are with it, the flashing all taped and the starter strip in. So you can see here where it really sloped the concrete. I ensured that it slopes away, so that's why the gap here. But that'll line up with the top of this first row, so that it'll be seamless. And so I just have to make a little cut here for this stone, and then we'll span this across, tie into the corner here, and then onto this side where we've got the starter strip there. So again, you can see why I put this flashing in, just to hide that little gap, and that'll look nice once the stone's all in, and it'll just blend in. Okay, we've wrapped up the corner over here. We got this wall all complete. I did that last final cut there. That looks great. This wall is all done. We just have to put the final cap on that Catherine stained. Probably do that tomorrow. Let it dry overnight. And so yeah, we're working our way around this section now. We dropped off another skid with Bob here, so we've got more material. This skid is pretty much done. So that was one skid basically to do this section of wall here, wrap around here, and all along here. So working our way around the corner. So at least from the bottom there, that's a straight line. And so as long as I keep the stone in line with that,
Yeah, it should be clear.
should be good. I just want to make sure I was clearing this side piece.
It's almost like you planned that.
I did. That worked out perfect.
Yep.
Right? We started with the starter strip and measured accordingly. And that lines up nice.
Pretty good
Right?
job.
Yeah. Let's just see if it works for the next one.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't put the starter strip there yet.
No.
But we can measure down from that stone and go from there. That's what we should probably do, so we can get that corner and build this up before we start, because we've got all this like kind of step down.
Mm-hmm.
So let's jump over there and do that. Okay, here we are, end of day. We got the flashing at the bottom of the concrete by the front door. Weaved in this corner. So this looks great. You come around the front. So this first wall is complete. We got all 7 rows up. We still have the stone cap to put on, but we'll get to that after it's stained. Go around this side. This wall is complete. This wall, this is the bathroom wall, so this is all done. And then you come around the corner here, and then this is where the challenges were in terms of the step downs. But we got this section all done to here, and then yeah, this is where it took a long time, because we had to step down, had to measure, make sure that we started the starter strip at the right elevation here to make sure that it equaled out, so that when we come across here, that it's a nice easy transition, smooth and level. And so yeah, so this section is done up to that point, and then we come under Larry here. So we mounted the starter strip here and wrap it around the corner, and again measure from our line down, equal increments of 5, so that when we start a full stone here, that it comes up and it'll meet into here perfectly. So yeah, it just takes time. And now we're working on the side of the hill here, so we had to get Larry, make it easier, you know, didn't want to work off of a ladder. And we thought about setting up the scaffold here, but you know, it's kind of off camber as well, so it just didn't make sense. Larry's here, use it. So yeah, so we just have to start here in the corner and start working our way back and up to meet this, and so that we can carry this line across. So that's it for now. Okay, here we are the next morning. we're getting ready to put the caps on. So I've already mitered these two, and they will go right here in this corner. And so Catherine did a great job in staining these, so you can see the color a lot darker, more of a black than or a charcoal gray compared to the blue that was the original. And so here we got a bunch of them all stacked up, ready to go. So we're going to start in this corner and work our way around the building here. So let's get to it.
20, it'll be a slim piece. I'm trying to figure out what to put in here.
Do an 8 and then a long piece.
Remind me to give you next time you need 20 to cut. There's a damaged 20 I can give you.
Oh, okay.
12. So this is how high this row's going, right?
Yes, 7, right?
6, 7. Yep. Because that's how high. Yeah, that's the line there on that side. Okay. Now we have to figure out the line vertically where we want it to go.
Yeah.
I think this one you're gonna have to go this way as well. That way, and then you're gonna have to put the cut in the middle, probably, right?
Oh, depends. We can put the cut and then shove it in, and then we can slide the other one back off after, right? So, how do you want this? Like this?
No.
And then what, a 20?
Wouldn't it be easier for a smaller one in there?
No.
Okay, so yeah.
Okay, so where's that 20 that you said was damaged that we can cut?
This one's down here.
Right, because then I can cut the 20, slide it in, and then we can put this in from up
The
top.
top. Okay.
Oh, I see. Yeah, damaged here. Okay, so yeah, this one's perfect for here. You just line it up with the edge here. There. Right there. And that's all tight, so that's good. So yeah, I can just cut this one. We can pull these two out, slide this one in to where we need it to go, and then we can just slide these in from the top.
Okay.
And then work from here and boom, boom, boom. Work from the corner, back, and then we can figure out how far over we're coming before we go up and across, and just to continue this step down from the footing.
Okay.
Right?
Yep. Almost. Rubber mallet. Nope.
Nope.
Teeny bit more. A little bit more. One more knock.
That's pretty good. Oh, I think I pushed these ones a bit. May need a pry bar. Pull it back a bit. How's that look?
Perfectamundo.
Perfectamundo?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Straight down. Okay. So I've measured over 3 feet and made a mark. Although it's moved now that I moved that slightly. Alright,
Okay.
right there. So we'll just shoot line straight up.
Just use the level.
No, that's what I mean by shoot a line straight up.
When you say shoot a line, I'm thinking you're going to take the laser and shoot a line.
No, you can't see the laser now.
It's like nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, so we'll bring, so 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so now we'll do seven rows up and then bring it across, and then we'll mark from there 3 feet and go up and then connect the final.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
And a box of the clips, please. Okay, here we go. This side of the building is complete with all of the stone. We just have to put the cap on, but here's where we stepped it down based on the step down of the footing. We come across and step it down again. So this took a little bit of time to finagle it, make sure that where we were stopping was correct in terms of the height, to make sure that everything all lined up, because as you come across here, you get to the end of the starter strip here, and then you need to put another starter strip down. So we just had to ensure that that distance down was correct and level across. And anyways, it just takes some extra time to set up and get correct. And then we are also figuring out how far to extend the step down to for this section here. So I think it looks pretty good. So now we have to go back to the front side and finish the cap, so we can turn the corner here and bring the cap across and go from there. So okay, here we are the next morning. Last night, Catherine and I, we laid down the rest of the aluminum flashing for this section, and started put the starter strip down, and got a couple of rows put down. And so yeah, this morning I'm going to continue on here. So this is the lakeside portion. So we've already completed this section here, the step down for the footing here, and now the rest of it's going to continue up to the height of this red line, the chalk line that we got set there. So we figured 3 feet from this last footing, or the last step down, and so that's 3 feet. And so we just brought that across, and so we're just going to do the stone up to that height for this bottom lakeside section. So we figured that would look good instead of just doing the 3 feet here, because then it runs into this last step down. So we're just going to continue the height. You can see the hopefully that shows up, the red chalk line here. So that's the height that this is going to be at, and so we'll continue that all around the front here.
So you can see we've got the chalk line up at that level here. So the red and over here. So I think that'll look good. And yeah, so we've got the tile saw set up over there. That's basically as far as the extension cord reaches from the garage. So it's not too far of a walk here. So it's flat. Got Bob down here. He brought another skid of stone here. So I'm going to get to work here. And just like that, we've got a row up. I gotta do some cuts in here, so we'll get this set up for some cuts. Okay, what I found is that once you get the cut pretty good in terms of the stone, especially on the inside corners where these two are butting together, you're never going to get it perfect just because of the differences in the stone. And so what I've found is putting a bead of caulking there will help hide any gaps. And so yeah, that looks pretty good there. There's a little bit more of a gap here. I guess I could grind down this stone, but again, just putting a bead of caulking there, I think is the way to go here. So let me get the caulking. And I found a color that matches pretty good, so that's even better. So I just put a couple of beads, thin beads. And once you squeeze that together, just hides the gap. And you put some clips. drill this over here. There we go. Shove it in good. I think that works. And then what I can always do is get another tuba caulking and cut it really fine and then just run it up there. This is more in behind it, so when you're looking down you won't see the green zip sheathing, and so yeah, just kind of hides that gap. I think that looks pretty good. Right. And so then I'll alternate the corners. So this time this stone will come across and then this one will butt up to it, and so then each time the corners you'll see the edge this way and it'll alternate. So